3, 2. Steven Coreno, Cal Sports. We're here with the legendary Robert Garcia. What are you doing here, brother? I feel like I don't think that none of these names are recognizable that are in your camp. So I'm just kind of surprised to see you.
We just recently started working with Fiero.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay. Nice.
him, his manager, promoter came to my gym, paid us a visit, and told us that they wanted my help. So I'm gonna. Not just me, my team. We're gonna work with them. We're gonna prepare him for this fight. Even though I won't even be at the fight because I have Bam Rodriguez fighting that same day in Dallas. But my team's gonna split up, so it'll be 2-2. And as of right now, actually, it all depends also on how the camps are going, and from the game plans, from the fights. Bam's done fights without me, also with my son, and my son's also capable of doing it. Felipe, Chepe, they're both ready to work. So we still haven't really made up our mind which direction I'm gonna take. But more likely I'll be with Bam, and another two of my guys will be with Fiero.
Right. Man, he had a great fight with Pitbull the first time around. I feel like now with you in his corner, it's kind of a little bit of a secret weapon. Maybe not so secret, right? Because everyone knows about you already. But, man, what do you think the second fight looks like, being that, just kind of strategically looking at the first one, obviously I'm sure you're already thinking about how to change things up.
Correct. Look, the first fight was a great fight, man. Watching the fight as a fan, enjoyed it. It was a war, and it was a very close fight. There was moments where Fiero actually stunned Pitbull a little. Pitbull had his moments too. But now as a trainer, I've been watching the fight over and over, and there's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things that Pitbull could do that could improve. Pitbull's very strong physically, mentally, but he also gets hit. Fiero is a person that has great power, man. Now that we've been working with him, he's got great power. So if his punches a little more like a little corrected a little more, instead of just wild punches where he lands at the right moment, he lands in the right spot, could make a big difference. So that's one thing that I think is gonna favor him. I can't guarantee anything in boxing, but I think it's gonna be. I think we could make a big difference.
Right. No, I mean, I'm even more excited. I was already excited to see it, first to begin with, but now you in his corner, it's gonna be something to watch. Man, looking at that main event, Manny Pacquiao was 46 years old. Barrios maybe didn't look so great against Ramos. Barrios even told me that it was after the Ramos fight that Manny Pacquiao's people hit him up and like, hey, do you want to fight? I mean, do you understand why maybe Pacquiao's coming back maybe after a performance like that against Mario Barrios?
Well, look, after Barrios' last performance, I think Pacquiao wasn't the only one. I think there was many calls to the Cubas and PBC people about fighting Barrios. But Barrios is a great dude. He's young. He's strong. I think Pacquiao's coming back because he wants to make history. Pacquiao is a person that loves to help. He helps. People love him in his country, and not only in his country, in the whole world. People love him. People always support him. People are behind him, and he's doing it to make history. If he becomes champion, there's been very few that could do something that have done something like that in their 40s to come back and actually mid-40s, late 40s, and come back and become world champion. He just wants to make history and be the best in history, because maybe he will. But it's going to be tough. At 46, bro, I'm 4 years older than him, man. and
4 years ago, you didn't want to make a comeback?
I didn't want to make a comeback when I was 30, and I had been retired for only 4 years, and I was 30, and a lot of people would tell me, Robert, you're young, Robert, you can still do something. There's a lot of fights, Morales, Barrera, even Pacquiao was already fighting. There's a lot of money out there. But nah, man, I didn't feel like doing it. So, it's different. Mikey, Mikey's 37, and we've told him, Mike, you can still do 1 or 2 more fights, and he just feels like, no, at 37. So just imagine 10 years more than that. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But Pacquiao's an athlete. Pacquiao's always in shape. Pacquiao's, from what I see, videos that I've been watching, he's in greatest shape. He's running great, and I'm pretty sure Freddie Roach is going to do a great job when it comes to training camp and sparring and everything. But I just think at 46, almost 47, it's gonna be hard, bro.
No, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, we've seen, Sugar Ray Leonard against Camacho. It didn't work out too well for him.
Before, but it's happened before. Where Foreman did it, where Hopkins did it. But Leonard tried it, but you know what I mean. They've done it, But it's tough, man. And Leonard is one of the greatest in history, and couldn't do it. Also, so it's just the way boxing is. We'll see what Pacquiao brings. It's still gonna be exciting. They have a great card, man. That's the main thing. The card is gonna be insane. That's why they put up the card. With Tim Tszyu rematch against Fundora is going to be awesome. Pitbull versus Fierro, and then Figueroa and Joel Gonzalez is going to be. That fight's going to be crazy, and this is the first fight of the night, so it's going to be great.
I was just talking to Manny Robles. He remembers Joet beating, I want to say he said Gervonta. He beat a bunch of good fighters in the amateurs. So Joet's no slouch against Figueroa as well.
Joet comes to my gym and spar, and that kid is full of action, man. Yeah. He's going to be in great shape. He's going to put up a great fight, and Figueroa didn't look too good in his last fight also. So you got to, people might already think that Figueroa might be already on his way out. A lot of people were actually saying maybe time to retire. So this fight's he's gonna show what he could do, and but he's not in an easy fight. I think the fight's gonna be great. I think and it's the first fight of the night. That's why all four fights are gonna be very nice.
Got to get to your seat early for sure.